I'd like to welcome you to the University at Albany's Wellbeing in You presentation brought to you by Mike Jeroman, Executive Director of Student Involvement. This is a presentation talking to you about your well-being and your happiness because honestly, for the most part, most human beings are not very good at determining what makes them happy. You might think you do, but often you don't. Let's start with this presentation with a little quiz for you to talk about your happiness. And this happiness quiz, question 1, is going to be asking you to decide what would make you happier. Either winning the lottery or losing the use of your legs and becoming a paraplegic. Again, what would make you happier, winning the lottery or losing the use of your legs? This seems like an interesting question. Obviously, almost everyone chooses to win the lottery. In fact, most people believe that winning the lottery would make them happy. But it's important to note that 1 year from the date in which these two events occur, according to the research on both populations, someone who wins the lottery and someone who loses the use of their legs rates their happiness exactly the same. Let me reiterate that. In the research done on lottery winners, and the research done on people that lose the use of their legs, 1 year from the date upon which the event occurs, they rate their happiness exactly the same. Now let's try another second question. Here's going to give you some options for question 2 about what would make you happier, and you get to choose which option you think would be making you more happy. Option 1 is that I'm going to give you a choice between two paintings. I'm going to let you select one. I'm going to let you take it home. It's yours forever, and you can put it and choose to do with it what you will. Or you could choose option 2, which is that you can choose between two paintings. You can select one and take it home. But I'm going to give you the option that within 30 days at any time, you can come back and replace the one you chose with the other. I'm not sure which option you chose, but most people, when given the choice between these two options, choose option 2. They would actually rather have the ability to return it and replace it within those 30 days. That would make sense. It would seem rational and logical. However, in the research done in this experimental study, those who choose option 1 are happier with their choice than anyone who chooses option 2. In fact, even someone who chose option 2 and did not replace their painting, but did have that 30-day option, is not as happy with their choice as someone who chose option 1. And a lot of that has to do with the way that we think about happiness. In particular, for the last options, paradox of choice is significantly part of what makes us think that we want choice. However, we know that more choice often is more stressful. Anyone who's been in a Forever 21 store who is over the age of 30 is always stressed out. I know I am whenever I go in that store. More choices is more stress. Certainly we would like to have more choices than 0, and as you can see on this chart, that there is certainly a period of time in which you increase your happiness with you have more choices if you start with none. But quickly you'll find that the more you have, the better, or the more that you have, the less likely you will remain happy with those options. This is a very interesting, these are 2 examples of items that we choose that seem to make us happier. We all want to win the lottery. We all want more choice in our life. But in reality is winning the lottery does not necessarily make us happier. And having more choice does not make us happier either. So this is part 1 of our session. We're going to move on to part 2, a little bit about the research behind what does make us happy and well and increase our well-being. Thank you.